Okay, so we had a lot of visions for this party, but it was supposed to be all outside. But it's supposed to be miserable tomorrow, raining. So I was devastated, but then we thought, okay, you gotta take, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade kind of thing. So we decided to have the party inside, and we came up with this idea to do all these clouds everywhere. I would say 70% of the clouds are made from repurposed blankets and pillows that were at Valley Village. And we just took the batting out and took foam core and made little clouds. Anyways, blah, 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 blah. So we had our virtual clouds, and then we've got our deco clouds. I have no idea how those are gonna come off the wall or when they're gonna come off the wall. Maybe this will be my house forever. Haven't really figured that part out yet. I think they're removable. Haven't had any big disasters, but we've been working at it since 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. We've been working at it for 6 hours with 6 people, and we're still not even close to being done. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering why your kid's first birthday party doesn't look like this, it's because you're not crazy like me. We did a hot air balloon theme because that's what her room looks like, and we love her room. Funny story, the theme all started because Utico from Vintage Origami told me there's a lady in town who actually will come to parties with a real hot air balloon and do like mini rides. So I was like, oh yeah, 100%. I always have to have like that one thing at the birthday parties that's kind of like out of control. So I planned the whole party around doing this hot air balloon theme, but it turns out she needs 200 meters by 200 meters, or no, 200 feet by 200 feet, and 8 trucks to hold down the balloon. And we have a big yard, but not that big. Also, side note, it's $2,000 an hour. So I was like, might just save that money for Annie's college education instead. Yeah.
Oh my God, what?
It's $2,000 an hour. Yeah.
You thought about doing that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God.
So anyways, there is no hot air balloon coming here tomorrow. I've got one on the wall here, and that's good enough. But anyways, we also have the next best thing from Utico from Vintage Origami. Come with me. We have the little area here. We have goodie bags for the kids and goodie bags for the adults. So all the adults get to go home with a cookbook. And then Utico from Vintage Origami made this adorable little setup over here. This is the only part of the party that's like done now. And then you got the entryway here. I might do a few clouds in here. I'll talk to the girls. What do you think? Should we do 2 clouds in here? Yeah. So 2 clouds in here. We love these paper fans because they're reusable. And actually, most of these paper fans have already been recycled. They're made from recycled material. And when you're done with them, you just collapse them and put them away. And we have all the different colors of the rainbow. A little bit of an investment from the beginning, but it's the decorations for the kids for the next 50 years. There is gonna be a candy table right there, and that's gonna be on Annie's dresser, which again, I'm a little bit worried about how heavy that is. Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, this is very full. I feel like it will be worth it.
We've got a ton of candy downstairs. We've got macarons and cookies that came all the way from Winnipeg. Cake is coming tomorrow, and then cookies came today, and they're super adorable. Those are by the Cake Mama, and some of them say one, and some of them say Annie. Some meringues, super cute. Okay, so I always got ripped off on my birthday. Sorry, Mom and Dad. They actually did their job. They tried so hard, but my birthday is December 30th, and so it's right after Christmas and it's right before New Year's where everybody is like broke and burnt out, and I always got re-gifts. And I remember one year my parents did such a good job. They like decorated this big box with like fabric or something, and I didn't know my dad was hiding in the box. And then kids would take fishing line and they'd put it in the box, and my dad had like toys and stuff, and he'd hook it into the fishing line. The kids would like reel it up, and they would get like a toy and gifts and stuff. And I remember the kids being like, oh my God, I've never seen this before. And that was in the 80s when people used to take saran wrap and they would wrap up coins in saran wrap and frickin' put it in the cake batter. So you'd be eating cake and you'd like bite on a quarter. And I remember they did that at my birthday, and I just remember thinking that was the coolest thing. And that's when I became obsessed with parties. But no, my mom and dad do not like throwing parties. And Justin's dad likes throwing a good party, but Justin's dad usually hires people to do it. But I remember ever since my parents were really young, like when my parents had their I guess 25th or 30th wedding anniversary and I was still in college, I remember throwing this massive party for them. And I hired a caterer. I don't even know where I got the money to do this. I saved all this money and I hired a caterer and I had special invites and I had my whole family come up from Northern Alberta and I made them this big quilt and I had everybody give a quote about things that they loved about mom and dad and I ironed it on the quilt and I made a patchwork quilt for them. So I've always loved throwing big parties. I've always loved treating people for their birthdays, and I always loved Christmas, and I always go a little bit overboard at special occasions. I mean, so what can you do? I'm crazy when it comes to parties. I'm a lunatic. Look at this. Okay, so I feel like this is all we can do today as Meg is frantically trying to get the bunting ready to be hung. We're still gonna hang the bunting, do a quick little tidy up, but other than that, well, hold on a second, let me check the list. Clouds, okay, so we gotta put up a few more clouds. Bunting we have to put up. Do a quick tidy downstairs, which I can do. Quick tidy in the pantry, I can do. Dress the deck, that's pretty much done. Flowers I gotta pick up tomorrow. Lawn ornaments tomorrow, and kids cups, I don't even know what that means. Okay, so yeah, we're pretty much done. So check back with us tomorrow when we have Rochelle here. We're gonna be taking photos of everything. Hopefully it's a lot brighter than this, which I don't know if it's gonna be, so hopefully Rochelle knows how to take photos of stuff. But it's looking pretty good. Thank you guys for coming by and seeing how all of the magic unfolds. Or unfolds, yeah. Folds up, unfolds, yeah. See ya.